some more injuries, man, and it feels like it's just been piled on throughout the spring. But, I'll take some of that as long as, they're not season-ending injuries, which that hasn't been the case yet. When there's physicality, which seems like hopefully that's an uptick from what we've seen previously at practices, you're probably going to have a little bit more of some ding-ups and some guys that are going to be at least limited or going to miss some time. And that sure is the case here with Jacob Rizzi, Daniel Lyons, and Caleb Lavalle coming from UNC, the transfer linebacker there. This is what Mike Norvell had to say. Jacob Rizzi and Caleb Lavalle will both miss the rest of the spring. Nothing that's going to affect the fall, but unfortunately, they will miss the remainder of spring practice. They should both have work in the summer as we lead up to fall practice, as well as Daniel Lyons. Just to have a few guys with some bumps and bruises, but it's really great opportunities for young guys to show, for new guys to show where they are and continue to take great steps in developing competition and depth. So him emphasizing some more people, second stringers, third string, going to get a chance to jump up and get some more experience. But to me, like I was just saying, it's great. The physicality nature, that stuff's going to happen. It's football too. At the end of the day, things are going to happen. But it certainly hurts people like, really anybody, because there are two new coordinators coming in and you're trying to understand the offense and defense and building the foundation there. And guys like Daniel Lyons trying to build and see what he can do under Terrence Knighton, Tony White, and Caleb Valle too. And in the linebacker room, with John Papuchis now leading the charge as being the linebackers coach. But and Jacob Rizzi and, Herb Hand, it's just missing time definitely blows, but at least it's not summer or fall. Kind of like a season-ending injury. You don't want those.
Yeah, it definitely stings, but you kind of talked about the bright side there. With all these guys are expected to be back, if not in the summer, then by fall camp. No one at this point has suffered a season-ending injury for Florida State. With these spring practices, I mean, a small thing, a concussion, a sprained ankle, something like that could be enough to take you out for the entirety of spring practice. I mean, we don't know the severity maybe of some of these injuries. I know we did see in that video of the Deuce Robinson highlight, you can see Lavalle in the background there on a cart, and it looks like he's got a pretty big boot on one of those feet. And I saw another picture of him walking into practice alongside his brother, who is a recruit that FSU is pursuing in this 2026 class. And yeah, it looks like he's on a scooter. So, I mean, he's definitely got something he's going to be working through. Maybe similar to Jason Jenkins, who we've seen with that boot on as well. We'll see how it goes for Florida State. But yeah, I mean, it does kind of feel like the injuries are piling up a little bit. Conrad Hussey, Jalen Early, Gunnar Hansen, obviously Edwin Joseph. There have been some guys that are potentially starters for you or in that two deep who are now out for the spring and missing these valuable practice reps when you're talking about transitioning to a new offensive and defensive scheme. And, we'll see if some of those other guys in the background are able to take advantage now of these increased opportunities.
Mm-hmm. It's not crazy ideal. Just coming from the scrimmage, though, the first one, Norvell did say, yeah, there's some guys that had some bumps and some bruises, but no significant
names, though.
injuries. Yeah, no names. No names. Got to keep it. It's a spring, Mike. Come on. You can detail a little bit more, man. Come on. Give us a little something.
He can't. He's incapable.
It's just like we didn't get to hear that Destin Hill had he tore his ACL in spring practice. We didn't hear about that until late May, maybe even June, when he was on one of those booster tours.
Yeah. Just, I don't understand the hiding of that in the spring, but you know what? I'm not a head coach.